Alright guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I think this might actually be a first for YouTube. A complete unboxing of the 1988 NBA basketball Flair set. But I want to thank you all for watching, and this will be the last unboxing of the Jordan vs. Flair. We still have 2 more episodes to go. However, those will be showcasing because I already have the complete sets for both. And I'll get into the reasons why I don't buy the boxes for the 87 and 86, although they should be pretty self-explanatory. This is the last of the big 3, 86, 87, 88, and I strongly recommend, if you're going to buy any of the above, that you get them authenticated. The Baseball Card Exchange is one of the biggest companies out there that authenticate these boxes, and they even have a little sticker here now, and that's actually a number that I think that you could look up. But this here is the last year that gum is introduced. So what I'm going to try to do, or gum is included with the packs, what I'm going to try to do to the best of my ability is actually try to see through the wrapping if I can, because with these clear or not clear, but with these translucent wax packs, it's easy to sometimes to see through the pack to see what the first card is. And another reason why that's important is because if there's a Jordan that's on the front of the card or front of the pack, usually I would recommend that you don't open that, especially with the 88, the 87, or the 86, because of the gum. The gum damages the front card in the pack. Also, the wax packing itself could leave wax residue on the card, degrading the value. Also, the back card, which I know with the 86 is stickers. I don't know if the 88 it has the stickers on the back. But sometimes if you see a Jordan on the back with the Jordan sticker, don't open the pack. Leave it in the pack. Get the pack graded by PSA, and you can make some pretty good money selling that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and crack this sucker open, tearing through the wrapping. And there's no going back now, guys. There is no going back. That's it. So this is going to be obviously a long video. I will try to label down when we get the big Jordan hits. If you're looking for Reggie Miller or anybody else, just watch along and enjoy the ride, ladies and gentlemen. So there we go. And as we see, or we could feel here, we could feel that there's a big stick of rotten gum in here. But real quick, before we start unboxing or unpacking here, I have to do this real quick because I really feel that you need to be educated. The way that the Baseball Card Exchange or anybody else tries to figure out if these packs have been unsearched and authentic is a couple things. First off, they'll grab a big stack of packs out of the box like this, and they'll look for correlation. And as you can see here, we just grabbed a big pack or a big stack out of the box, and as we see, everything text. They look very similar because that's what you would expect coming out of the factory. If you would to see, like as we see here, a lot of blue and yellow, but if you were to see blue and yellow and then all of a sudden you would see like part of the orange basketball with one pack, the likelihood that thing has been reopened or opened, and then they try to repack it. Another thing you need to look for is the fact that let's see here, when you look at these packs, you'll notice that there's 2 shiny sides, that the back has 2 shiny sides on the sides, and that in the middle it's very dull. Well, what happens is that the hot roller goes over the pack, and that's what seals the pack in. And so when it does that, it dulls out the shininess, but that shininess is still left on the sides. Now this looks pretty shiny all around, but you could tell how the sides here are more shiny than in the middle. So let's see if I can't find, there we go. This shows it a little bit better. And so if you were to see a shiny part here, but then it's dull over here, and then dull over here, but this is somehow shiny, it's probably, that's evidence of tampering. Also, when you open these packs, these wax packs, they tend to, when you open these wax packs, they tend to, once they open, they get little lines in them from the creases, and those creases don't go away. So if you notice a lot of that, they tend to show that it's been opened. So these are several things you need to look for, and also at the same time is collation. They could tell, like when they look through the wrapping, they could tell what the front card is, and they could tell usually that that's where the Jordan's at, or in the back, whatever it may be, and they could tell. So those are things that they look for, and I want to go ahead and just inform you all of that, and let's go ahead and start unpacking these packs. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, a whole 12 hours after those intro videos, let's go ahead and start doing the unboxing. Decided I might as well go ahead and do this while I'm a little bit better rested, considering the high value that this box here potentially has. However, I will go ahead and tell you that whenever you're doing an unboxing, especially a big unboxing of a very high value box, what you want to get at the very beginning before you even start, make sure you go and grab your card sleeves. These are penny sleeves, card sleeves, soft sleeves, however you want to call them. Get those so that once you get your card, you immediately put it into a soft sleeve, and then after which people then usually put them into like top loaders like this, or something. Also what they do, they may go get their album here and put the cards into sheets. You understand? However, in our case, I want these cards to go to PSA, and so PSA would like you to send the cards in what's called these top or semi-rigid top loaders, and we'll be using the Card Saver version 1. And the reason why I like the version 1s better is because they're a little bit bigger and a little bit easier to fit the cards in, versus the Card Saver 2, which is very short and doesn't give you a whole lot of room to make an error, if you will, because you could actually bend the cards on their way in. So let's go ahead and do an unboxing here of the 1988 Flair basketball. If you notice, there's one pack that's missing. That's because I went ahead and kind of cheated and opened one already, and I kind of wish I'd saved it, because one thing I'll try to tell you is what the front card is. I was not able to see through the wrapping to tell you who the front card is. However, if I am able to at any point, I will try to let you know. But the first card that we have, is Dominique Wilkins, and you can notice, because of the gum that comes with these wrappers, that comes with these cards rather, there's a bunch of card or gum residue, which is something that you need to make sure you wipe off before you turn it into PSA to get the card graded. And then of course, our first Jordan hit. Our first Jordan hit is the All-Star card. So let's get it here in the light a little bit better. Right there is the All-Star card. I already have it in the soft sleeve. And there's the back of it right there for you all to examine. Next card is Hakeem Olajuwon. All these All-Star cards I'm going to keep, but I'm going to set this aside. And then here's our first Reggie Miller rookie card. Reggie Miller rookie card. Like I said, this box here is very rookie rich. It's not the level of the 86, but it's pretty high. Alright, so we have Bernard King, Eric Floyd, Nate McMillan, John Sally, Johnny Dawkins, Jay Vincent, Reggie Theus, Ron Tarpley, And then we have an all-star card for Dominic Wilkins. And we're going to keep that card as well. The next pack, I can't seem to tell. I do see some typing, some lettering in the back, but I can't really tell what the card is. So the reason why I keep saying this or bringing it up is because sometimes it's just best to, like if you have a Michael Jordan card, and this is the reason why I'm going to tell you right now. I got a good example right here. You see all that gum that's stuck to the card itself. If you was able to see through the wrapping and see that it was a Michael Jordan card, this would be a great example of what to do when you have a card, when you have a pack, that you might as well go ahead and get the pack graded by PSA, because I think Beckett doesn't do it, and go ahead and have the pack graded, because they'll see through it and they'll be able to show that it's Michael Jordan as well, and it'll actually say PSA 8 for the pack, Michael Jordan front, and it would just be better for you, because now with all this gum on this cover card here, if this was a Michael Jordan, you see how it's pulling, the gum is actually pulling on the card. The grading for this card would be terrible. So we're just going to set this card aside. Second card is Charles Oakley, Randy Brewer, Robert Parrish, AC Green, Kevin Willis, and lo and behold, we got ourselves our second Michael Jordan card, but this time it's a little bit off-centered. In fact, there's another Hakeem Olajuwon right behind it. All right, I'm going to do that same thing with Olajuwon, but I'll take that and do that on my own time. And here we have another Reggie Miller rookie card, a Bernard King, Eric Floyd, and another Nate McMillan. You notice how we had some similar cards with that first pack. The collation is pretty predictable. And then we have our Alex English for our All-Star card. And unfortunately, I am unable to see through this as well. The gum is really blocking a big chunk of my view, so it's very hard for me to see through it. So I apologize, because I'm really trying to tell you all the collation. But just before we go, you see all that wax on the backs of the All-Star card? That's something else you need to think about. I think I've heard pantyhose might be able to wipe that stuff off. But this, if you were to turn this card in alone, even if it was Gem Mint 10, they would mark it off as a 9 at least. Probably even an 8 because of all that wax. Cover card is Steve Johnson with the gum stuck to it. So let's go ahead, the collation. A B for Rolando Blackman, an R for Cliff Robinson, Brad Daugherty, J for Mark Jackson, Dave Corzine, Jack Sipka, Larry Bird, Micah Thompson, Doc Rivers, Mark Woodson, and we have an All-Star card for Charles Barkley. Isaiah Thomas is your All-Star card. I forgot the All-Star sticker card, I should say. Another thing, you may want to keep the wrappers. Some people like paying for the wrappers. If this was an 86, definitely keep the wrappers. Keep the box, keep the wrappers, because that in itself could sometimes draw you about 60 bucks plus. So here we go with the next pack. And once again, guys, I am so sorry. I am not able to tell. That gum is really in the way. If I didn't have to deal with that gum, I think I'd be able to tell you. Now, we got lucky on this. The gum just completely broke off from the card. The gum just completely broke off from the card. So we have James Donaldson, Kenny Walker, Ron Harper. I think this might actually be his rookie card as well. I'll set that in the box I want to grade. John Bagley, Horace Grant rookie card. Horace Grant rookie card. Let's go ahead and do a quick front and back for him. This is Horace Grant's rookie card. I'm going to get that graded as well. These cards here are very hard to grade. You notice the black borders. Dwayne Washington is really hard to see chipping when you have black borders. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Let's go ahead and give him a front and back as well. just because master of the skyhook. And then we have Spud Webb as well. We got an all-star card here for Mark Jackson. And then we have a John Stockton all-star card. And this was his rookie year, but this isn't his rookie card. However, I guess it's a rookie card and an all-star rookie at the same time. Chuck Pearson. And then we have Karl Malone for the all-star card. Alright guys, next pack. Once again, I just can't tell, guys. I simply just cannot tell. That gum is just blocking everything. And we weren't lucky this time. But at least it's a card that we could sacrifice. It looks like it's a Bill Lamdier. Bill Lamdier, and with that heavy stick of gum. Okay. Terry Porter. Blair Rasmussen. Eddie Johnson. Derek Harper. Gerald Williams. Larry Nance. Roy Hinson, and then we have our first Michael Jordan base. So keep that in mind. Our first card was a Bill Lamdier, and we came out with a Jordan in it. So the collation is very important to remember. So hopefully that'll give you some information to whenever you go pack searching, you can tell that this is a pack that's going to have a Jordan in it. So let's go ahead and get our penny sleever. PSA ready. Kevin Williams, Kevin McHale, Michael Cooper, and then we have Mark Aguirre for our all-star card. Alrighty then, as usual, I can't tell what the first card is through the pack. I was able to tell that. Now you can tell the back card. You could read the back card, but I need to do my research. I haven't seen what the all-star cards have for the back. I was able to tell that that was a Patrick Ewing. So here we have a Derek Harper. Derek Harper, the cover card. Eddie Johnson. Lance Nance, or Larry Nance. It's not GTA. Gerald Wilkins. And once again, the collation. Here we have another Michael Jordan. So the collation, try to remember it. We was able to have a Derek Harper on the cover, and that provided us with another Michael Jordan. All right, Roy Hinson, Kevin McHale, Kevin Williams. Remember that first Jordan pack? See how the cards are very similar? It's a predictable collation. That's one of the things they look for when they go through deciding if a box of packs is actually legitimate. And here we have a Charles Barkley. Let's give him a front and back. I'm going too fast. Remember, you can pause the video. Mark Price rookie card, but it's a little bit off-centered. See how one side is fatter than the other? But Mark Price rookie card. Depending on how many I get per player, I might keep one outside the box. Alright, same deal with this one. In fact, the gum is broken in a couple places here. The back card, you can tell the all-star card on the back. So usually your best bet is to look at the back. It's the back of the card. And let's see if I can zoom in a little bit more here. Maybe get it in the light. You can see some text. If you know what the back of each all-star card sticker has, sometimes you could tell what the Jordan is. Therefore, at least you could have a card or pack graded, and they'll actually say Jordan sticker on back, which can increase the value of the pack itself. And see, this is very dangerous right here. We got a Magic Johnson All-Star card. All right. And see, it left a big stain right there. This card is now officially useless. Damn it. John Williams, Wayman Tisdale, Bob Hansen, Purvis Short, Dale Ellis, Chris Mullin rookie card. Chris Mullin rookie card. When we were all young, we had hair on our head. Let's go ahead and put that in the box of the. That's going to be graded PSA. Greg Anderson, Vinnie Johnson, Jerome Kersey, Lafayette Liver. I think he became Fat Liver later on. Armin Gillum, and then our Kevin McHale All-Star card. Alright, at this point I'm almost going to quit trying to look through, because I want to open every pack anyway. I'm not trying to pack save, but this is just information to you. And in this instance, ooh, I heard a little bit of sticky. Alright, Jeff Malone, so we got lucky. It wasn't a Jordan. But once again, like I'm telling you, if you're able to see through somehow and see what the front card is, do not open the pack if it's a Jordan on the front, because that gum could stick right to that card and that Jordan will become worthless. Adrian Dantley, Otis Thorpe, Michael Adams, Kevin Duckworth, Mark Aguirre, Mike Jaminski, and here we have a Scottie Pippen rookie card. Scottie Pippen rookie card. And now, here's a Michael Jordan All-Star card, All-Star sticker card. All-Star sticker for Michael Jordan. Here, let's move all this stuff out of the way so to get a better zooming. All-Star sticker card. And as you can see, we have a bunch of wax residue. We need to try to get that off. So I'm not going to go ahead and put this in the packaging just yet. But we need to find a way to wipe all that wax off before we put it in the semi-rigid loader and send it off to PSA, or else you're not going to get a Gem 10 for it. Alright, here we have, I might actually be able to see through that, but as I said, I'm not too concerned. But that previous pack there, that would be if you're able to see, because you are able to see some of the text. Because I don't know what the text is for the All-Star cards. But with that, if you wanted to, you could get that pack graded, and PSA will put Jordan sticker on back. Alright, so we got a Michael Cooper, stuck with the gum, and here we have another Dominic Wilkins. I'll set him aside. And now we have a Mark Jackson All-Star card. Set that aside. Although that's critically miscut, likewise with this All-Star card at John Stockton. This looks like, or not miscut, but off-centered. Chuck Pearson. In fact, this whole deck here looks a little off-cut. You see how much meat's on the bottom and not enough on the top. That's what off-centering issues is. Winston Garland. Dominic Wilkins is your All-Star sticker. Alrighty then. Alright guys, I think I was able to get lucky with that one. The gum didn't, I don't think, particularly stuck, and I'm not seeing any real, if you look there doesn't appear to be any surface issues, so I think we got lucky there. Larry Bird All-Star card, Patrick Ewing All-Star card, Brad Sellers, James Worthy. I want that. I'll grade that as well. Vern Fleming, Karl Malone, third-year card for Karl Malone. Get that graded. Ralph Sampson, Xavier McDaniel, Bill Lamdeer. Now, Bill Lamdeer was the cover card for that Jordan pack, Walter Perry, Remember Rasmussen, and then Terry Porter. But we're done here with this pack. So then we have Irvin Magic Johnson as our all-star sticker. I gotta go through all these stickers here and try to wipe out off all that wax. Alrighty then, we go on to our next pack. And, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the sticker card. Whoever it is, if you're able to see through the packing, do not open the packing. If you see, especially if you see a Jordan, just get the pack graded. Moses Malone, Hakeem Olajuwon, we'll get that graded. Mark Eaton, Rod Higgins, Tom Chambers, Joe Dumas, Kenny Smith, Alex English, and then you have Dominic Wilkins for your sticker card. Alright, the next pack. And we was lucky there, that gum just flew right off. Alvin Robertson, Adrian Dantley, Otis Thorpe, Michael Adams, Kevin Duckworth, Mark Aguirre, Mike Kanimski, wherever it is, Scottie Pippen rookie card, set him aside, Sidney Green, Del Curry, Paul Presley, Danny Ainge, Clyde Drexler is your all-star card sticker. Alrighty then, the next pack. Kind of ruined the surprise right there if you caught it. Kevin Duckworth, Michael Adams, Mike Ganimski, Mark Aguirre, Sidney Green, Scottie Pippen rookie card, Paul Presley, Del Curry, Byron Scott, Danny Ainge, Michael Cage, Cliff Livingston, and then Michael Jordan all-star card. Very good condition. Now go ahead, if you didn't catch it the first time, pause the video so that if you have a, like let's say you have a pack right now, you have like 5 packs in front of you. You can't afford a box, but you're able to buy some packs. And you're looking at the back, because I really can't see anything through the front, but I could see through the back. Go ahead and familiarize yourself with the back of the Michael Jordan card. So if you could see through the packing, hey, I got a pack with a Jordan sticker on the back, I might just go ahead and just have the pack graded rather than opening it and trying to get the cards out. Alright, let's open this up. And sometimes the wrapper will get stuck to the all-star card as well, but we haven't had to deal with that too much. Got lucky again right here from Mr. Perry, Walter Perry, Bill Lamdeer, remember a collation, Terry Porter. I think we have ourselves. Walter Perry was the, or Walter Derry, no Berry. Remember Rasmussen, Eddie Johnson, Derek Harper, Gerald Wilkins, Larry Nance, Roy Henson, Michael Jordan. Remember the collation, guys. Kevin Williams, Kevin McHale, Mark Aguirre is the all-star card. All right, the next pack. I thought, is my eyes? No, that was somebody else. You hate that sound when you're trying to pull gum off of a card. Vinnie Johnson, Jerome Kersey, Lafayette Lever, Armand Gillum, James Donaldson, Kenny Walker, Ron Harper, John Bagley, Horace Grant rookie card, Dwayne Washington, Dennis Johnson, and Mark Aguirre with what feels to be already a pretty nice dink. Yeah, in fact, you could see it right there. Oh, well, I mean, you understand. In fact, I may not even grade that. That might be one of the... Yeah, I'm not going to grade that. That dink right there is not going to get a very good grade. We already have a couple of his cards anyway. All right. Next pack. Oh my goodness. Holy crap. See what I'm talking about right here? Now, of course, like I said, I got a whole I got 36 packs here, so I'm not too concerned. But if I only bought 2 packs and was able to see... In fact, let me try to put this thing back in here. I don't know why the hell I can't see it very well. I just can't. You see that big stick of gum right there is just covering the whole deal. But this is exactly, learn from this, guys, from you watching this. Here we have a beautiful NJ card that's covered in a stick of gum. Can we get lucky? And right now it's not wanting to let go at all. This is exactly why. This is exactly why this thing is not wanting to let go either. This thing is not wanting to let go. This thing is just not wanting to let go. This is going to tear. This is, you see, it's not wanting to let go at all. Look at that. See that at the bottom there? This is exactly, learn from this, kiddies. Learn from this, children. It's going to end up pulling it. I'm going to set that aside. That ain't going to be graded. But Kevin Williams, Kevin McHale, Michael Cooper, Dominic Wilkins, Mark Jackson. It's an all-star card, so I'll set that aside. Same thing with John Stockton. Haven't seen his base rookie card yet. Chuck Pearson. And we should have 3 of them. We should have 3 of every player. That's the good thing about 86, 87, 88. You should have 3 of every player per box at least. And with 86, I think you should have some space for 4 cards for 3 players, or 4 cards for a few players, and then with the stickers you should have 3 stickers for each player with the potential for 4 for 3 players. But let's go back to this Jordan real quick, and this really is just a heartbreaker here. This just is not gonna, it's not gonna let go unless I tear it. I'm pulling on the thing, it's not wanting to let go. When it's like that, maybe you could try to tap it from the back and try to get it to shake itself off. too late. Let this be a lesson, guys. Let that be a lesson. A potentially $1,000, $2,000 Gem Mint 10 is now worthless. So, you know, things like this happen in life. There's bigger things. If I'm somebody who was able to afford this box, so obviously I'm not somebody who's suffering so bad at the point, so there's bigger things to worry about in the world. But this is exactly what I'm talking about. If you could somehow see through the packing, I mean, let me see somehow. Let me actually put the light to it strong. I don't know how you'd be able to. See, it's like very hard to see. But if you're somehow able to see that's a Jordan on the front, do not open the pack. So there you go. Curse this piece of gum. Alright, next pack. Why couldn't it just broken off just like that one, that Jordan pack? Alright, so we have Randy Whitman, Magic Johnson, so let's go ahead and set him aside. Antoine Carr, Benoit Benjamin, Patrick Ewing, set him aside because he's an all-star card. Larry Bird, likewise, all-star card. James Worthy, all-star card as well. Or not all-star card, but a base card. Now we're looking for of course, any more Jordans we could get, especially to salvage that bad one. Brad Sellers, Karl Malone, set him aside. Vern Fleming, Xavier McDaniel. Sorry for not getting this. I'm a little bit whacked out from that Jordan mishap. Ralph Simpson, and then Larry Bird. Well, Dominic Wilkins now is the sufferer of it. If you know how to take these pieces of gum out, or at least you think you know, you want to give any sort of advice, go ahead and leave it in the comment section, because this one here is like the Jordan, it's not wanting to let go. The only thing I could think of is that you want to take it from the back, or maybe you want to get, I don't know, maybe get something to kind of protect the back, and you just want to shock it off. Because you notice that as soon as I did that, a chunk of the gum came off. Oh, it's not even from the bottom. See, there you go. So maybe that's how you could do it. Get the card and get something to protect it from the back, and just kind of flick it and heck, get it to shock it off. And it still left a little stain there, a little nick. So there's two potentially valuable cards that have no value now. Michael Cooper. Got another John Stockton All-Star card, but we haven't found his. Where is his base auto or base rookie? I want to get some John Stockton rookies. Jeff Malone, Chuck Pearson, Thurl Bailey, Rodney McRae, Alvin Robertson, Winston Garland, Otis Thorpe, Dantley, and then Karl Malone. And I mean, damn. I mean, these pieces of gum are pretty heavy as well. Alrighty, here we have our next pack. And now all of a sudden I'm very interested in trying to figure out who's on the front. Now with this card I actually could see a lot into the front actually. But it does not appear to be a Jordan, so. And then it's a Vern Fleming for the cover card. Xavier McDaniel, Ralph Simpson, Walter Perry, yeah. Bill Lambier, okay. Hopefully we can get redeemed. Terry Porter. Remember what I told you guys. Collation. Remember Rasmussen, and then Johnson, Harper, Wilkins, Roy Hinson. Oh, damn it. We were one card short. Roy Hinson. The next card would have been Michael Jordan. Patrick Ewing is your All-Star card. We were one card short. Maybe that's what that Jordan would have been. That's why that Jordan was on the front of the pack. All right, next pack. And then we have a bird. Oh, wonderful. That's something to look out for. Doc Rivers, Woodson, Charles Barkley, All-Star card. Magic Johnson, All-Star card. John Williams, Wayman Tisdale, Bob Hansen, Purvis Short, Dale Ellis, Chris Mullin, rookie card. Larry Bird. Next pack. And here we have, damn it, man, shoot. Here we have a Scottie Pippen rookie card with gum on the front. Let's see how if we were lucky here. I'm not going to be able to make any money off of this box with all the gum destroying my cards. But I think we got lucky here. We got lucky. One little nick right there. But still so off-centered anyway. That's something you definitely need to watch out for. Steph Curry, Paul Presley. Really just shocked that I haven't found any base Stockton cards yet. Want those Stockton rookies. And then here's some chronically. That was Charles Barkley. This is Magic Johnson. John Williams, Wayman Tisdale, and Magic Johnson for the sticker. Next pack. Sidney Green. Can't get that thing off. Del Curry. Paul Presley. Danny Ainge. Byron Scott. Cliff Livingston. Michael Cage. Patrick Ewing. Larry Bird. James Worthy. Brad Sellers. Karl Malone. Magic Johnson again for the sticker card. Sorry about that. Still pretty shook up over that Jordan. But once again, this goes to show you do not open a pack if you see a Jordan on the cover. If it has gum on the front. Even if it didn't have gum on the front, still sometimes the wax could leave residue like it's leaving on the back of the card with the All-Star cards. But that is a much more tolerable issue, if you will. I'd much rather have to deal with wax on an All-Star card than having to deal with it on the back of an All-Star card than having to deal with a piece of gum on the front. All right, here's our next pack. Probably got about 8 packs to go. Okay, I think Bill Lamdeer. Now remember earlier, so we might be able to get redeemed here. Yeah, Walter Perry, Rasmussen, okay, Porter, Harper, Johnson, Nance. Okay, maybe we needed a couple more. Wilkins, and then here we were redeemed. Another Michael Jordan. Whew. Just wish it was just a tick more centered. But I'll take it. But I think that was actually our third base Jordan, so I think that's enough. I don't think we're going to get any more Jordans from here on out, because I think it's only 3 bases for every box here, because it's 3 complete sets. I don't think you get any more beyond that, and then it's Kevin McHale for the All-Star card. But remember that collation. It's particularly Bill Lamdeer. Bill Lamdeer. You have a pack with a Bill Lamdeer on front, there's a good chance you're going to get yourself a Jordan. Okay, next pack. All right, it's Rod Higgins. Rod Higgins is a cover card. Tom Chambers, Joe Dumas, Kenny Smith, Alex English, Steve Johnson, Rolando Blackman, Cliff Robinson, Brad Daugherty, Richard Petty fan. The reason why he wore number 43 was because he was a Richard Petty fan. Mark Jackson, Dave Corzine, Jack Simka. Clyde Drexler is your All-Star card, sticker card. Whew, I'm going to have to spend a lot of money grading cards. These are all the cards I'm going to have graded by PSA. It's going to be a lot of money there, but hopefully it'll be all worth it in the end. John Sally is the cover card. Jay Vincent. Yeah, I felt that. Reggie Theus. And there's only been one Reggie Miller card. Reggie Miller rookie card as well. And I haven't seen any Dennis Rodman rookies. There's supposed to be a Dennis Rodman rookie here as well. Clyde Drexler. John Williams. Maurice Cheeks. John Paxton. Patrick Ewing. That's the first time I've seen Patrick Ewing. Tyrone Bogues. Was this his rookie year? No, it was 87, I think. Terry Cummings, Clyde Drexler. All right, next pack. Nice fresh pull. John Bagley. Horace Grant rookie card. Dwayne Washington, Dennis Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So we get redeemed for him. Spud Webb. Byron Scott All-Star card. Alvin Robertson All-Star card. Steve something. Moses Malone. Akeem Olajuwon. Mark Eaton, and then Alex English. Here's our next pack. Jerome Kersey, James Donaldson, Armon Gillum, Ron Harper, Kenny Walker, Horace Grant rookie card, John Bagley, Dennis Johnson, Dwayne Washington, Spud Webb, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and then we have Alvin Robertson All-Star card, Dominic Wilkins sticker card. All right, here's our next Here's our next pack. I am so scared now of opening all these boxes, or opening all these packs. Byron Scott, Livingston, Cage, Patrick Ewing All-Star card, Larry Bird All-Star card, James Worthy, Brad Sellers, Karl Malone, Vern Fleming, Xavier McDaniel, Ralph Simpson, Walter Perry, Larry Bird. I'd like to get a couple more Jordan All-Star cards. I'm really starting to get a little bit nervous now as we now enter the final 8 now, including this pack here. I'm so scared opening these. Eddie Johnson, Derek Harper, Wilkins, Larry Nance, Roy Hinson, and we got ourselves another Michael Jordan. All right, but it's way off center though. Kevin Williams, Kevin McHale, Michael Cooper, Dominic Wilkins, so we got some retribution for him as well. Mark Jackson, All-Star card, John Stockton. Now we're getting his All-Star cards here, but we're not getting the and Karl Malone. We're getting all of the All-Star rookies, but we're not getting the base. I want the base as well. Alright, so now we got a gum card with Patrick Ewing. Nope. Oh, there you go. Okay, maybe one thing you could do on top of doing that is hold the piece of gum this time. Don't just let it fling off. Actually hold it and do the flicking on the back. And maybe you'll get a little bit more lucky and not have to tear the card in the process. Kind of wish I had done that now with the Jordan, but once again, you live, you learn. And it's not just kinda, I damn wish I had done that. Larry Bird, All-Star card, James Worthy. Man, I want the Brad Sellers, Karl Malone. I want the Vern Fleming, Ralph Sampson, Walter Perry, Bill Lamdeer. Not going to have enough cards to get the sequencing down. Rasmussen, and then we have another McHale. Kind of wondering where the hell the Jordan All-Star cards are at now. Supposed to have 3 complete sets. Still got a few more packs left. Michael Adams, Duckworth, Mark Aguirre, Jimsky. Here's our next Scottie Pippen rookie card. Sidney Green, Del Curry, Paul Presley, Danny Ainge, Byron Scott, Cliff Livingston, Michael Cage, Isaiah Thomas. Next pack is Bob Hansen, Purvis Short, Dale Ellis, Chris Mullin rookie card, Greg Anderson, Vinnie Johnson, Jerome Kersey, Lafayette Lever. I don't think we're going to get a John Stockton base rookie. Patrick Ewing, All-Star rookie. This is really starting to actually shock me a little bit, because this is from the baseball card exchange, unless they're all in these 4 packs, which is all we have left. I don't think there's anything else that we're also missing Rodman rookies. They're not in here either.
But at least I saw something that'll make me a little bit happy here. Chuck Pearson. Maybe there's like a Series 2 that wasn't announced. Like usually they wait, like Series 1, Series 2. Series 2 usually has more rookies in it. But I'm not noticing it. Yeah, it ain't gonna be in here, guys. But at least we got another Michael Jordan All-Star, which in the end is the prime star for all the Jordan versus Flair. So at least I'm happy I got another one, although I did notice, if you noticed, it has a little bit of a dink on one of the corners. Oh, no, actually, you don't remember. You don't want to, we got to wipe the wax off. So we can't put it yet. Come on. Money, come on. Byron Scott, Danny Ainge, Michael Cage, Cliff Livingston, Larry Bird, All-Star card, Patrick Ewing, All-Star card, Brad Sellers, James Worthy, Vern Fleming, Karl Malone, Ralph Sampson, Xavier McDaniel, and another frickin' Isaiah Thomas. I want one more Jordan All-Star, please. Alvin Robertson, Winston Garland, Otis Thorpe, Adrian Dantley, Duckworth, Adams, Ginsky, Aguirre, Sidney Green, Scottie Pippen rookie card, Paul Presley, Del Curry, and then Dominic Wilkins. And another thing, I think we was able to get one Reggie Miller rookie, I think in our first pack, or did we not even get that? But here's our last pack nonetheless. So this is actually this might have actually been pre-searched. And of course, what a great way to start is the Horace Grant rookie with gum on it. John Bagley, Dennis Johnson, Dwayne Washington, Spud Webb, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, John Stockton All-Star card, Mark Jackson, Jeff Malone, Chuck Pearson, Thurl Bailey, Rodney McRae, and then another Mark Aguirre All-Star card to close out the unboxing of the 1988 NBA Fleer basketball set, which is actually an incomplete set because notice we received no Dennis Rodman rookie. There was no John Stockton base rookie. And so I don't think, unless there is another edition, we didn't get all the cards that are supposed to be in this box, because this thing is supposed to have 3 of every player. This is supposed to have 3 complete sets in this deal. And I don't think that we got that today. So a lot of emotions, a lot up and downs. Of course, it doesn't matter, even with the John Stocktons, they don't particularly sell for that much, even if they are Gem Mint 10s. But of course, our big threat was the Jordan. And this was a very well-centered card, too. I think this could have been close to a Gem 10, I think. What a shame. I'll send it anyway. What the hell? It's a Jordan. Even if it's a PSA 1. What you do whenever you send your paperwork with your cards, you could actually, what the PSA will do is that they'll ask you, what is the minimum grade you're willing to accept for a card? And this here is probably going to get a 2 or a 3, because it's still in excellent condition, just minus this chunk that's missing. Now they may actually say it doesn't even qualify for a 1 because of that big chunk that's missing. But I'm gonna go ahead and give it a shot anyway. What the hell, you know? But what you can do when you file it, they're gonna ask you what's the minimum grade that you're willing to accept. So I'm just gonna put down 1. Because let's say that this chunk hadn't been missing and that you wanted this to be a 10, where you could say, well, don't grade it if it's not going to be a 10. So somebody will review it, and then somebody will review the card, another person will review the card, and if they don't come up with a 10, they'll send the card back to you. But what the hell, I'll let you guys know when I get it back what the grade is. But beyond that though, I am actually a little bit shocked, because this is a baseball card exchange authenticated box, which I'm sure in the end, you know, they're not going to sift through every single box or every single pack and then reseal it and they give it back to you. They're not going to do that. So the idea that there could be some incompletes in here, or maybe some chicanery going on, shouldn't necessarily shock you. In fact, I don't even think we received the complete set for the All-Star cards. I don't even think we got that. So I got some ups and downs, because this was going to be the box that was going to make all this card buying and everything else worth it. And right now I have to say I'm a little bit topsy-turvy on it right now. It's like the stock market. You take some risk, you know, but once again, the biggest deal I could show you. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and make a video of that Jordan pack and how not to open it. I'm going to upload that section before I even upload the whole video, because this here is just so... There's just nothing else I could say, guys. It's just how things are. But if you're able to see through the packing of Michael Jordan on the front, don't open it. Don't open it. Besides that, though, don't spend the rent money on cards. They're not worth it. Go get yourself a girlfriend or something like that, because I'm sure you'd be a lot more happy. So this is the Cards the Die Cast For channel. I want to thank you all for watching. This will be the last unboxing of the Jordan versus Flair set. The 1987 and 1986 will be showcasings. I do have complete sets for both sets, for both card years. But I'll get into more as to why I won't invest into the big bucks for those 2 wax boxes. So once again, we got our Jordans at least. Let's go ahead and get one that's completely nice and clean. And so this was the guy that we wanted, and we was able to get them. And so this is once again, this is the Cards the Die Cast For channel. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe all my videos, and I will see you all later.